And welcome to Philadelphia. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, as an East Coast guy, you've traveled the globe. You can appreciate the thirst and the passion of these fans.
There's no doubt about it. It lives here in Philadelphia. And how about only a couple of years ago, this team had just won 28 games. Now we're talking about them potentially winning an NBA championship.
They've waited a long time, and now perhaps comes the reward. The opening tip won by the Sixers, and we're underway here in Philadelphia. To Butler. Deep two there, won't go. Oladipo into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down?
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you're forcing to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Collison to Turner. Can't connect from in close. Simmons with it. He'll run the offense. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Simmons to Butler. Probing the defense. Butler to Redick. Short jumper misses. Into the front court comes Collison. Leads a bucket. To Oladipo. Curling inside. Oh, Miles Turner missed his first. That one goes.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Simmons. Pass to the rim. Big slam. Oh, he looked like he was on a mission.
I mean, if you have athletic ability like that guy offensively, as soon as you beat your man, if you don't beat him off the ground for the jump, you have no chance.
Oladipo. Screen coming. Victor Oladipo. He engulfed him that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Got it.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Butler to Simmons. Redick, his first effort off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Oladipo to Collison. Down to Young. Thaddeus Young, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Ed, I get it. I know why Indiana fans love Thaddeus Young. He's that guy that just shows up to work every day and is going to outwork you, outgrind you. They don't make players like that anymore.
Butler. Knocks it down off the step back. Now a whistle, and Indiana is going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Substitutions, Indiana.
To Oladipo. Sixers control it. Butler to McConnell. Jimmy Butler for two. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Had a difficult first quarter. Couldn't really find his rhythm, but you got 3 more left to play.
Oladipo into the front court. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Short jumper stays out.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Hand in his face, still hits. You don't see that very often. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That ends the first quarter. The Pacers have the lead. Jay, 1 quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
I really like what I'm seeing. Both teams look engaged. There's some trash talking going on the court. I think this has a making to be a big-time game.
Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Sixers have the basketball. Simmons. Takes stock of the floor. Simmons. O'Quinn turns it.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Simmons. Not that time. Oladipo into the front court. The score 12-8. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Victor Oladipo. Philadelphia with the basketball.
Here we go.
Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Oladipo into the front court. It's 12-10. Here comes the screen. To Oladipo. Knocked loose. Pacers have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Evans. To Oladipo. Here's a chance from long range, and Victor Oladipo, good from the outside.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Here's Simmons with it up top. Down 5. Here comes the screen. Simmons. And knocks it down. Jay, for the defender, tough to gamble once the ball's behind the arc.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality. Positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. To Oladipo.
Right.
Has a look. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Pacers with the possession to Turner. Tyreke Evans, tough matchup against Butler.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Redick to Butler. Jimmy Butler. That's 3 now on 4 shots. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
And Jimmy Butler, all in stride. Catch and shoot 3 is good. There's a toughness he learned under Tibbs at 2 stops, and no question, that rubs off on younger players.
There is something that Jimmy Butler does that no other player in the NBA does. He gets into your psyche. He gets into your head each and every possession. He enjoys the process of the fight. Every single blow. There is a pleasure in the pain.
Trying to cash in. Not that time.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
And Jimmy Butler, he's now 5 for 6.
You know, Jimmy Buckets really has an inspiring story. From being homeless at the age of 13 before moving in with a friend, reads like a basketball version of The Blind Side. That grit has become the fabric of his DNA. From Tyler Junior College to Marquette to the 30th pick in the first round, are you kidding me? To where he is now, Jimmy Buckets has had to earn every inch that this game has given him.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Number 22, Wilson Chandler. Subbing in.
Collison to Young.
Number 2, Darren Collison.
Has a chance. A shot by Young, no good.
Here we go. My ball, my ball. Cut, I got yours.
To the basket is Butler, but he can't finish.
Here comes screen, here comes screen, here comes screen.
Desperation shot here from half court. That's it for the first half. It's the Sixers out in front.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The 76ers have built a comfortable lead. And these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. These are the guys getting buckets for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Pacers did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. These are the guys getting buckets for the Indiana Pacers.
Game track. Field goals.
As long as there's time left on the game clock, no lead is truly safe. They just have to be ready to seize every opportunity in the second half.
Player of the half.
Butler has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
It's Indiana basketball.
Pick coming.
Collison. In the front court comes Simmons. Lead stands at 7. Ah, rocking the rim.
An easy 2, get back on defense.
Collison into the front court. He'll run the offense to Oladipo. Screen coming.
Right. Ball.
Oladipo to Young. Now a steal by Philly.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
Oh, Miles Turner. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Simmons with it. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. To Butler. From the painted area, won't go down. Into the front court comes Collison. The margin standing now at 7. Butler to bring it up. Looking to make something happen. And throws it down.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ball game.
To Oladipo. Here comes the screen. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
The NBA's most improved player was a guy that always invested in himself, both on and off the court, but he always put in the work to be better. Was a sponge for information, an insatiable appetite to be the best. But the difference is, he's believing in himself. Whether that's singing at the NBA award show or performing at the highest level on the court, it's safe to say that Victor Oladipo has officially arrived.
Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Miles Turner. Butler. Oh, the pass stolen by Indiana.
Yo, clear out, clear out.
Yes, Victor Oladipo. 3 for 6 now.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. To Redick. Curling inside. Off the mark. Oladipo into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. To Butler. Defense making the ball carrier work. Simmons to Embiid. Deep left corner. Butler. Nice pass to get things going.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
Oladipo. That's good D. Shot no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Deep right corner. Butler to Simmons. Can't connect. Collison into the front court. Right now, down 7. To Oladipo. Has a look. Oladipo, not that time.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Simmons, it's good.
This guy has posted 12 triple-doubles in his first full rookie year. That's his second most by any rookie in NBA history while leading his team to the Eastern Conference Finals. But how about this? When's the last time we said the most effective player maybe in the league has a glaring weakness? He was 0 of 11 from the three-point line for the entire year, did not make one three-point shot. And how about free throws? He shot 56% from the free throw line. You know who shot better? Dwight Howard and DeAndre Jordan. But with all that being said, this young man still finds himself in a position to be one of the most dominant players in NBA history.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Substitutions.
Collison. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
I like that.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Butler to McConnell. Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. McConnell to Butler. Joel Embiid. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Twenty-footer at the buzzer. 3 quarters down, and the 76ers have to be feeling good. It's been a compelling game so far. The 4th quarter is underway. Butler into the front court. His team leads it by 10. Over to the right side, McConnell. Oh, if you're a fan, you love the will and the want. Referee blows the whistle. Jump ball coming. After the tie-up, they'll throw it up and see who gets the possession. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
And for all the people out there that thought Tyreke Evans' career was on the decline, he proved you wrong. He only went out there and averaged better than 19 points per game, the most since his rookie season.
Butler got it to go on the step back. Jay, he found a way.
You know, every time I watch Jimmy Buckets, the tenacity he plays with on the defensive end, it just reconfirms the fact that he's been named an All-Star 4 times. He shot a career best 47% from the field in 2017-18. So when you think about trying to lock him up, you have to limit his touches, and you have to force him to catch the ball with his back to the basket. Make him put the ball down on the ground and make contested shots, because if you don't, Jimmy Butler will cut you apart.
The screen sets him up for 2.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Butler to bring it up. It's an 8-point lead.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
Evans to Young. Won't go.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Now the Pacers going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this 4th quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Tyreke Evans matched up with Jimmy Butler. Knocked loose. Turner. trying to cash in. Deep two there, won't go. To Butler. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Jimmy Butler trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. Collison to Young. Darren Collison. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
McConnell to Butler.
Big pick right there.
Oh, and the Pacers come away with the steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Taking advantage of the turnover.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
I got it. Rick.
Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Tyreke Evans. He's got 2 shots coming. Shoots it at 75% for his career. First one goes down. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Sixers control it. To Butler. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Now a whistle, and Indiana is going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Time for some new personnel into the game.
Number 44, Bojan Bogdanovic.
Screen coming left. Screen coming.
Oladipo to Turner. Redick with it. Lead is 12. J.J. Redick. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Collison. Sixers have it.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
And count the basket inside.
I don't know if a body on him would have prevented that bucket, but it at least would have let him know that you were there.
Into the front court comes Collison. His guy's down big. The Sixers are victorious as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers won this matchup with a significant margin. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. Here are the guys who put up the most points. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Pacers lost this game long before the final buzzer. Losses like this become main discussion topics in the media. So hopefully this team is ready to answer the tough questions. It's not going to be fun. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Indiana Pacers.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
The Philadelphia 76ers did their best work away from the basket. They used a combination of perimeter defense and long-range scoring to get themselves the win.
Player of the game.
Butler gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.